your story from Cote d'Ivoire.
Cote d'Ivoire is something I will never ever forget, and I pray that Nigeria also will be like that one day. And I gave this example many, many times. I was not really going to go, but the president of NFF, Gusau, had been asking me, to see if I could go. Then all of a sudden, the vice president also said he's going with his aircraft, so I could come and go with him. One of my friends, the governor of Katsina also says it. So I say, that's it, let's go. So I took my cap, my Nigerian cap, my t-shirt, everything I was wearing, and then we entered the plane. And then here we go, okay? So we went in, first we visited the president of the African Development Bank, and had some lunch there. And then I didn't even know their uniform, in Cote d'Ivoire at the time, until we arrived. That's when I knew it was orange. So the road leading there, it's like the whole of Africa was actually in Cote d'Ivoire. So the road leading to the site completely blocked. Even as VIPs, there was no way you could go. So they had to take us through some villages, through the back to go there. And that's where I saw what football is all about. In those villages, everybody in the village, nobody was at home. Every village you went to, people came out. And nobody was wearing anything but orange. Everybody was wearing their color, orange. And nobody was even wearing anything close to green. You understand? Everybody was wearing orange. From a 2-year-old that they were holding to a 90-year-old that was sitting on the chair. And they were not going to go to the stadium. They were only going to stop on the way to be waving people that were there. And here, I say they were waving the wrong people because we are Nigerians. We are going to support the Nigerian team. But that's the way they did that. And they waved everybody, and they were excited as if they were screaming, as if they were in the stadium. And they were not. So all cheering their team until we got to the stadium. And that's when now our heads actually were blown off. So we went to the stadium, and then everywhere you look was just their color. Everybody, was there. I'm sure from what I was told now, what they did was that most of these African countries, they brought people from there because they didn't have that number of people, to have at the stadium. So they brought a lot of people from all these, especially all the French-speaking African countries, were there to support them. So we went and we kept looking. Everywhere you are looking, you are the only one wearing green. Everybody else was wearing orange. And then we closed our eyes, and people were looking at us, what kind of crazy people are these? Who are they? This and that. So that's why I respect our team. Because when you have that kind of crowd behind one team, and to have our team to score first was something unbelievable. And they had a show, and a just fantastic show, at the beginning, the pre-game show that they had. Fantastic. All towards motivating their team. They did that. I'm sure you saw everything on TV. Maybe you were there too, I don't know.
I was there.
So, and then it came up. So now we went to the so-called VIP, where we were going to be seated. And when we went to the VIP, my colleague, the governor of Katsina, was wearing a jacket on top of his own T-shirt. I was just wearing the T-shirt, and that's why I look different. So you look around everywhere. Those are the VIPs now. Governors, ministers, this from even other countries. Everybody was in orange. I said, what is happening here? What's wrong with Nigeria? What is wrong with us? And why are they doing this to us? It was getting emotional. I said, well, why is this? Do they hate our team so badly or something like that? And then we went. And then when we went, so a friend of mine from Nigeria called me to the restroom. He said, don't you think you should wear a jacket? I said, I didn't bring a jacket, and I'm not interested in wearing a jacket. I want to do this. He said, I think you should wear a jacket. And I said, no, I'm not going to wear a jacket. So they got me a jacket. And I think for some people probably who saw me using the jacket actually to cheer the team, our own team. I didn't wear the jacket. And that's what happened. So I saw the love, the unity. People forget about their problem. Those people probably have more problems than we do. But they just love their team. They praised them, they shouted, they supported them, they that. And so, in fact, I'm afraid, to be honest with you, if Nigeria had won that game, I don't know whether we will be able to go out there alive. I'm telling you. So maybe it's better we lost, because the time Nigeria scored the first goal, the entire place went dead. Even our supporters club, you can hardly hear them. They were hiding in one corner there somewhere that you can't even, you have to go and check and see, and then you will hear a little bit of noise there. But the moment they made their own noise, it overshadowed them. So I saw sports. I saw the love for sports. And the government actually did all that. And I think, as Nigerians, that's, I think, one thing that I say we should also learn, to do. The government didn't care. They just supported them. The biggest of them, the villages, because I was saying, these people in the villages, so most of them farmers, who gave them the money to buy this kind of thing? They said no. Some of the wealthy people in the country, some of the banks, some of these actually bought those things and just donated to the people and asked the people to come and do this. I say, we have more banks, we have more rich people, we have more wealthy in Nigeria. So if it ever gets to Nigeria, that will be the campaign that I will do, whether I'm governor or not. Believe me, because I think Cote d'Ivoire, I rest my heart for them. They have done well. They deserve to win that game. And they won the game, not because I was afraid of my own safety, but I'm really happy for them because of what they have gone so much to be able to do that. So that's my experience about Cote d'Ivoire.
Thank you very much.
Some experience